How did a shy boy from Omaha, Nebraska, become the most successful investor in modern history? This is the story of Warren Buffett, a man who didn't just master the market, but redefined what it means to be wealthy. It all started on the streets of Omaha. While other kids were playing, a young Warren Buffett was delivering newspapers, selling chewing gum, and collecting discarded Coke bottles for a few cents. Even then, he wasn't just earning money. He was learning about business, profit margins, and the value of a dollar. This early hustle was the foundation of an empire. But the real turning point came when he picked up a book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Meeting Benjamin Graham at Columbia Business School was like a bolt of lightning. Graham wasn't just a professor. He was the father of value investing. He taught Buffett a philosophy that would change his life and Wall Street forever. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. It was a simple idea with profound power. Find wonderful businesses trading for less than they're worth. And by them, this mentor-student relationship laid the groundwork for decades of market-beating returns. One of Buffett's most famous stories, however, started not with genius, but with revenge. In the 1960s, he invested in a failing textile mill called Berkshire Hathaway. The owner promised to buy back Buffett's shares at a certain price, but then tried to cheat him out of a few cents. Furious, Buffett didn't just sell his shares, he bought control of the entire company and fired the man. What started as a fit of anger turned into the single greatest business decision of his life. That failing textile mill, which he bought for around $18 a share, became the holding company for $1 trillion empire. So, how did he do it? What's the secret sauce inside Buffett's brain? For over 60 years, he's followed a few simple but powerful rules. First, never lose money. Second, never forget rule number 1. He looks for businesses with a moat, a durable competitive advantage that protects them from competitors, like a castle surrounded by water. He insists on having a margin of safety, meaning aioli, buys when the price is significantly below the company's intrinsic value. And perhaps most importantly, he thinks for the long term, famously saying his favorite holding period is forever. These rules led to some of the most legendary investments in history. Think about Coca-Cola in 1988. After the market crash, everyone was panicking. Buffett saw a globally recognized brand, loved by billions, selling at a bargain price. He invested over $1 billion, a massive bet at the time. People thought he was crazy. That investment is now worth over $25 billion. He did the same with American Express in the 60s, when the company was mired in scandal, and more recently with Apple, which has become Berkshire's single largest holding, generating tens of billions in profit. He doesn't just buy stocks, he buys pieces of incredible American businesses. But even geniuses make mistakes, and Buffett has made one that cost him dearly, an $80 billion mistake he rarely talks about. In the early days of the internet, he had the chance to invest in Amazon and Google. He understood the businesses, and he knew Jeff Bezos and the Google founders, but he hesitated. It was outside his circle of competence, he said. He passed. That decision to not invest in the tech giants cost Berkshire shareholders a fortune. A powerful reminder that even the Oracle of Omaha isn't perfect. Yet, when others are fearful, Buffett gets greedy. During the 2008 financial crisis, when the world economy was on the brink of collapse, he wasn't selling. He was bulling. He injected billions into Goldman Sachs and Bank of America, making deals that were not available to anyone else. He was betting on America when America was at its most scary. This recession playbook, providing liquidity and stability when it is needed, must have not only made him billions, but has also cemented his reputation as a pillar of the American financial system. Despite being one of the richest men on the planet, his lifestyle is shockingly simple. He still lives in the same house he bought in Omaha in 1958 for about $31,000. He famously starts his day with a McDonald's breakfast, the price of which depends on how the market is doing. He drives himself to work, reads for hours every day, and avoids the lavish extravagancies of his billionaire peers. This frugality isn't a performance. It's who he is. It's a core part of his philosophy. Live simply, so you can invest the rest. Of course, Buffett didn't build this empire alone. For 60 years, he had a partner, Charlie Munger. Their partnership was one of the most brilliant and enduring in business history. Buffett was the genius who found the deals. But Munger was the architect of the framework, the man who'd always say, "Warren, think about it again." Munger pushed Buffett to evolve from buying fair companies at wonderful prices to buying wonderful companies at fair prices. Their witty, wise, and brutally honest exchanges at Berkshire's annual meetings became legendary. Even now, well into his 90s, Warren Buffett refuses to retire. He still goes to the office every day, outworking people a third of his age. He's driven not by a need for more money, but by a pure love for the game. He loves allocating capital, reading annual reports, and finding the next great American company. His longevity and passion are an inspiration, a testament to the power of doing what you love. It's this dedication that helped build Berkshire Hathaway into one of America's most trusted companies, a symbol of long-term value and integrity in a world obsessed with short-term gains. So what's his advice for the next generation? He keeps it simple. For young Americans, his message is clear. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. Improve your communication skills, both written and oral. Choose a job you would take if you didn't need the money, and surround yourself with people who are better than you are. On money, he advises avoiding credit card debt like the plague and regularly saving a portion of your income, no matter how small. And what does he plan to do with his immense fortune? Give it away through the Giving Pledge, a commitment he started with Bill Gates. Buffett has promised to donate more than 99% of his wealth to philanthropy. He believes that massive fortune should not be passed down through generations, but should be returned to society to tackle its biggest problems. When asked what the one investment every American should own is, his answer is surprisingly simple and accessible. He advises investing in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. For him, consistently betting on the broad success of American business over the long haul is the most sensible path for the average person. And what does he see for the future? Despite all the headlines and political division, Warren Buffett remains fundamentally optimistic. He's seen America go through wars, recessions, and crises, and each time, it has come back stronger. His final prediction is a bet he's been making his entire life. Never bet against America. From a paperboy to a philanthropist, Warren Buffett's story is more than just a tale of wealth. It's a masterclass in rationality, patience, and integrity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.